Where does the fat go when you lose it? Many diet and exercise programs promise the ultimate reward of losing more body fat. But have you ever stopped to wonder, where the heck does my body fat actually go when I lose it? Is there a metabolic lost and found? Does it jump to an alternate universe? Or is it actual magic? The strange reality is that losing fat can seem sort of like magic because we don't really see it leave. The closest approximation we have to seeing fat evicted from our bodies is through the appearance of sweat. Thanks to our conventional calorie-focused health industry, we know that when we're working hard and breaking a sweat, we are burning away some of those pesky calories. We know that when we see sweat dripping, that's just our fat cells having a good breakup cry as their stored calories are leaving town. But unfortunately, that's not how our fat's disappearing act actually works. As we noted earlier, our fat cells are mainly composed of tiny packets of stored energy called triglycerides. When we attempt to lose fat, what we're actually attempting to do is metabolize those triglycerides. Triglycerides are composed of three types of atoms: carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. And triglycerides can only be broken down by unlocking these atoms through the process of oxidation. Now, here's how fat is able to vanish into thin air. In a peer-reviewed study published in the BMJ, scientists decided to follow the path of these atoms as they are leaving the body. They discovered that when 10 kilograms of fat is oxidized, 8.4 kilograms of that fat is excreted as carbon dioxide via the lungs, while just 1.6 kilograms is released as water. Just air and water. That's all that we see happen when we lose body fat. In other words, approximately 84% of the fat that you lose is eliminated through your breath when you breathe out, and only 16% of the fat you lose is through urine, sweat, and other fluids. Their calculations revealed that the lungs are the primary excretory organ for fat. Plus, if that weren't surprising enough, the researchers estimate that about 1/3 of weight loss happens as you breathe during a full night of sleep. Brings you back to his other book, Sleep Smarter. If you're not sleeping very smart, you're not sleeping very well. We're having some issues here losing that fat too, right? One more thing I want to share with you here. I'm sure by now a lot of you have heard about fasting, intermittent fasting. Ultimately, to go without, to go a period of time without eating. No, it is not starvation. It is just a way of going a little bit longer without consuming food so that our body can actually utilize this stored energy. So what Sean goes on to say, page 301, intermittent fasting improves metabolic function. As you've discovered in earlier sections of the book, your metabolism is largely governed by your hormone function. One of the most incredible things about intermittent fasting is that it initiates hormonal changes that make stored body fat more accessible. Data published in the peer-reviewed journal Obesity states that employing intermittent fasting is like flipping a metabolic switch that shifts the metabolism from fat creation and fat storage to mobilization of body fat in the form of free fatty acids and fatty acid-derived ketones to be used for fuel. Translation: instead of storing more fat, intermittent fasting flips the switch to start using it. Friends, again, it's so much more than simply calories in, calories out, and this idea of eating less than we burn. There's ways, there's timing that can actually change how the body uses this. There's ways of going periods of time without eating. Again, no, that's not starvation. You're doing this calculated. You're planning this, and you're giving your body the opportunity to shift over and fix some of the dysregulations that have occurred. Put this nutrition information into your daily practice, and I guarantee you, you're gonna feel better. You're gonna start to notice that your health improves, and you will be at far less risk of any sort of sickness, illness, and so on. Thanks for spending your time with me today. If you like this video, you want some more information like this, I've got more coming for you. Do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like, comment, share, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you next time. Thanks.